This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A very solid gain of 27. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Texans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score. Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week. There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Cook up the gut. And they'll get this down to the 10. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pollard going to try the right side. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7 are phenomenal.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play.
And it'll be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And again, it's Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw again on second down. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pass to 60, pass to 6, Warriors 70.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Hey, check that, street.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll go option to the short side. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And taken at the 46. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
60 Eagles.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Gregory Rousseau. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Allen to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Steps away, going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Gregory Rousseau, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They're going to look to throw.
Caught left side by Mechie.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. So Allen's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Alert, alert, alert! Hey, tight, tight, tight. Regular.
To the air, Allen steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Buffalo, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it,